You can't be what you can't see. When I launched the Don't Wastewater podcast last summer, I had two ambitions, one of which I failed miserably. First, I wanted to offer seasoned water professionals a platform to share their knowledge, experiences, and best stories. 43 episodes, 7,000 downloads, and 250,000 views later, I'm confident to say that this ambition was by far exceeded. But I also expected to reach gender parity. And with 18% female guests, I missed that goal by a mile. You know what's even sadder? I'm still above the water sector's overall gender balance. With 16.7% women in our industry, as per a 2016 IWA study, we outperform taxi drivers but are still worse than clergy. In all fairness, when you think of it, those numbers are not that surprising. See, I'm a water engineer, raised in a family of water engineers. Yet something first struck me while interviewing Wim Oudenaarde last year when he told me this.
In the meantime, in parallel, I also had entrepreneurial aspirations. And then I decided to co-found this company with some very nice colleagues.
I had talked with entrepreneurs before, but never with one that would be thus similar to me. And for the first time ever, I was considering following his inspiration because I recognized myself in a potential role model. The thing is that we grow consciously or not to certain patterns, and we tend to reproduce them. This happens on both ends of the work relationship. As much as it never struck me that I could wander into the unknown, many recruiters also stick with what they know. Remember that story when Amazon developed a new recruiting tool? Soon enough, the algorithm was only considering hiring white men in their 30s to 40s, not because the machine had turned racist or misogynist, simply because it had identified successful patterns and it was reproducing them. In a nutshell, as long as we don't have a brilliant track record of terrific female water professionals achieving incredible performances, we won't inspire girls and women to embrace the water industry, and we won't overcome the recruiters' inclination towards what they know. That may explain this terrible observation shared by Katia Waziak.
At student level, at universities, there are a lot of female students, and then you don't find them back in management roles later on. What is going on in our society? Can we change this?
Can we? I hope so, because on top of the gender inequity, this also questions our ability to source the talents we desperately need in the water sector. That's a wisdom Walid Khoury shared on my microphone.
You need to have the best talent around you, and you cannot have the best talent around you if you don't tackle all the pool talent available, gender being one of them.
Now, to get that change done, it may request more than thoughts and prayers, as Ulrike Kern summarized it well.
Why don't they hire them? Because they stick to old ideas that they cannot get rid of. To push these ideas, you often need to have strong incentives to change the mind of a hiring department, for example, or to change the mind of career paths. When you think about whom to engage into this change, it is definitely national laws or constitutions or labor laws that need to be changed. And at the same time, cultures and traditions, the public awareness needs to be changed.
But as Ulrike also explained in our discussion, we don't have to wait for the laws to be the actors of that change. And that's actually also the inspiration that Fajr Mushtaq shared me.
Obviously, representation matters, and wherever possible, wherever I see more women where I had not expected to see them, I get in touch with them, I communicate with them, I say, that's great, I'm so happy you're doing this. I think representation matters, and if we can celebrate this, we should try and do that so that other women, if they had any apprehensions about doing so, they can just come forward and be like, hey, you know, more of us are entering this market, so I think it should be fine.
Here's the bottom line. We need more representation, more role models, more visibility, more help and support for all the terrific female water professionals out there. That's how we will break that pattern as an industry. This matters because we will need everyone to overcome the challenges the water sector will face in the next decade. And this matters a bit more to me because I'm raising the two executive producers of my podcast to believe that they can be whatever they want, that they even can be what they can't see yet.